Hi, thanks for joining me today. Today we're going to be talking about restorative yoga and the vagus nerve. The vagus nerve is part of our nervous system, and it helps to regulate our vital organs. The vagus nerve serves as part of the proprioceptive system, and it runs from the base of the skull all the way down to the perineum, the pelvic floor. The vagus nerve helps us to understand unconsciously if we're safe in our environment. And sometimes our vagus nerve is attuned to frequencies and energies that make us feel anxious or unsafe due to our environment or childhood trauma. Research has shown that deep rhythmic breathing helps to tone the vagus nerve, and it helps us to understand and regulate the body in a more balanced and holistic way. Restorative yoga can be extremely helpful in helping to improve vagal tone. In fact, postures like forward folds help us to tone the vagus nerve and help us to regulate the body. They also help us to deeply breathe because most of the lung tissue is in the back of the body. When we are in an upright position or when we're laying flat on our back, gravity is pushing on us in all directions. We don't get a deep breath the same way that we do when we're in a forward fold. This, coupled with the position of the body and the connection to the earth, helps restorative yoga postures along with pranayama to tone the vagus nerve and help us to regulate our proprioceptive receptors. Restorative yoga is slow and the breathing is rhythmic, whereas in Vinyasa yoga, we link our breath and our movement. As you learn more about restorative yoga and you practice restorative yoga on your own, you will begin to realize the benefits. You might even begin to crave forward folds. I have several clients who feel this way. In fact, one of my clients has been studying the vagus nerve, and she says she literally craves forward folds. They make her feel so good. In the next few lectures, we're going to talk about all of the other wonderful things that restorative yoga has to offer, whether it's with regards to our nervous system or whether it's with regards to our metabolism. Restorative yoga really does help us to reset, and it's a practice that anyone can do. Restorative yoga is an excellent practice to teach people how to regulate their body, how to come back to center, how to connect with the earth, and how to connect to their breath. When we connect with our body and our breath through restorative yoga, we are learning how to access the introspective system. The introspective system is the system that tells us how we feel internally. And many times when our vagus nerve is not properly toned, we are unsure of how we feel, or we might even not feel anything at all. When we can tone the vagus nerve, we can pick up things in our environment more readily. We have more access to our perception of reality. And this access to our perception of reality helps us to access what we're feeling in our physical body, our intellectual body, our emotional body, and our spiritual body.